It's just my manager in Uganda who is driving me mad. I'm really fed up and I don't know what I can do about it. Now we are in this meeting in Oxford for the next couple of days.
Yeah, and the agenda's so busy. That's always a bit of an issue for you when you're away for a while, isn't it? What would you like to be able to do about it, if you could?
I don't know really. I suppose I would like to get to the point where my manager trusts local staff to cope with issues in my absence instead of keeping chasing me even if I'm far away and in a position I cannot provide support she needs.
That would be really great, wouldn't it? And when you're on these meetings here in Oxford, you'd be less distracted and interrupted all the time. That would be good. Yeah, it's not good when you're away and you're being interrupted.
Exactly. You definitely understand it, being in a similar job.
Yep. So ideally, you'd like your manager to go to the local staff in your local office in Uganda when you're away in meetings like this, rather than phoning you all the time. Yeah. Okay. So what tends to happen at the moment?
You've seen it. Anytime we come to Oxford for a meeting, I'm always on the phone with my manager because I have to put her mind at rest that things are working well back home. Even for very small things, she could get support from my team, from people who are sitting next door. She would still come to me. I don't know what I can do about it.
And you never get to spend lunch times or breaks with us and find out what's happening in our countries, do you? Okay. So how can you get from this current position of your manager phoning you all the time when you're away to the state where she goes to the local staff before getting on the phone to you?
Change jobs?
Oh, Willie.
No, things are not that bad. And my manager is really great in very other respects. I just need to make sure that she's aware that it's really disturbing me, and not assume that things are working well and it's okay with me.
Well, that would be good. That would be good to do, Willie. So, how can you do that then? How can you help her realise that?
I don't know. I guess I never tell my manager what a distraction her phone calls are. Yeah, as I was saying, she probably assumes that it's okay with me.
Well, you know, I've heard you a couple of times, you've taken the calls from her, and you actually sound really happy that she's calling. And you even ask questions about how things are back at home. It's like you're welcoming her calls.
Yes, you're right. I do, don't I?
You do. So, what could you do instead?
It would be a bit of a shock, maybe. But I could ask how urgent is the issue before getting to discussing it, and explain that we are really in the middle of a meeting.
Well, that would certainly help. What else?
Well, I've got a one-to-one meeting booked with her when I go back home. I could raise it and let her know how it was difficult for me during the time I've spent here.
That makes a lot of sense. That'll particularly help in the longer term, won't it, for future meetings? But it's not so good for the next 2 days whilst you're here.
Are you saying I might need to do something about it? Like with the next call I get from her? And also maybe raise it with her when I get back home next week?
Well, it would make sense, wouldn't it? Do them both.
Yes, you're right. And you know me. I can really put things before they get worse. That's what I'm going to do.
Good.
So I can actually deal with the very next call I get from her in a different way and let her know that those calls are not really welcome as she probably thinks.
Yep. That sounds great, Willie.
And also raise it with her when I get back home.
Hey, even better. When do you expect to get the next call from her?
Well, probably within the next 20 minutes. You know, I'm sure that she would want to call me before we start at 9.
Oh. Well.
Hello, Gloria. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you for calling me early. Yeah, because we're going to resume in a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm really going to attend the most important part of our meeting. Yes. Yes. This is the most important session.